The savanna has gone 5 long months without a single drop of rain. In this sun-baked swathe of Zambia, life dries up along with the water. But the planet's oldest equine is a resourceful animal. Zebras know the last watering spots, backwater channels the blazing sun has reduced to ponds. All the local wildlife gather here to quench their thirst and hunt, fighting for water and fighting for their lives. The stage is set. Each new scorching day brings them closer to tragedy. How will the zebras get by until the rainy season? They'll be helped by their keen senses and handy stripes. Luckily, the African horse has another great asset: group strength. Zebras live in family groups called harems, led by a stallion. This one has 2 mares, a young filly and a foal. They graze peacefully. As the male, the clan's leader stands guard, using his panoramic view and incredible hearing. He's on the lookout for danger. And here it comes. The kings of this territory. 3 lions, 3 brothers. One of the mares has just birthed a foal. His mother will nurse him for 6 months, if all goes well. If the big cats or the drought don't change the storyline. Luckily, the animals of the savanna help each other out. Puku antelopes are brilliant sentries. Their alarm whistle alerts the other species. One of the lions is drawing near. The zebras and antelopes freeze, ready to bolt away. The lion lumbers by. His belly is full. He's not a threat. Lions are at the top of the food chain. But they don't rule unchallenged over their kingdom. Elephants readily take on the big cats to prevent them from attacking their young. Five tons against 200 kilos. The lion wisely slinks away. Our zebra harem sets off with the mare leading the way. She has an excellent memory for destinations, finding her way better than the male, who always brings up the rear. What evolutional mysteries gave the zebra such a conspicuous coat, with its bright white stripes that attract light? The answer lies in the eyes of the lion. The zebra's main predator doesn't see colors well. To a lion, the grass stalks and the zebra's stripes all look the same. And here lies the great advantage of stripes, their camouflaging power. These stripes are also a visual puzzle. Are zebras black with white stripes, or white with black stripes? Africa's wild horses have black skin. Their white stripes are strips that lack pigmentation. The tiny foal learned to walk the day he was born. But he isn't ready to start grazing yet. First, he must eat his mother's dung to acquire the gut bacteria he will need to digest the grasses of the savanna. Zebras are not ruminants. Their digestive systems don't macerate plants like water buffalo or cattle. Food passes right through their system, producing a constant flow of dung. It's a natural fertilizer for these arid lands, and for the savanna's tiniest creatures, it's life-giving. This nutrient-rich matter attracts insects, enabling their larvae to hatch. Baboons pick the larvae out of the dung. These large monkeys are omnivores who will eat fruit, eggs, and even small rodents. During the dry season, they get their protein supply by trailing after the zebras. Birds pick off the insects buzzing around the zebra droppings. These ones are starlings. But carmine bee-eaters and lovebirds are also drawn to the dung. And in the big cycle of life, these birds in turn fall prey to even bigger animals. The owl hasn't chosen its target yet. It scans the landscape before attacking. And with its 270-degree head rotation, it can even see what lies behind. The owl also has feathers resembling eyes on the back of its head, helping to fool its victims. The bird dies instantly, a starling, killed by the owl's strong, sharp talons. The weather stays hot and dry. The days roll by with no rain in sight. If the heat wave continues, how long before the last backwaters dry up? For now, there's still plenty of water. All the savanna's diverse wildlife gravitates to these spots. starting with fish-eating birds. The long-legged heron is one of the tallest birds here. But these waters are deep, and herons can't swim. Luckily, the heron has a living pontoon at its disposal, and he uses it to fish. The skin of a hippopotamus is 4 centimeters thick, but it is extremely delicate. A bad sunburn can be deadly for a hippo. To protect itself from the sun, this 1.5-ton giant stays submerged all day. Baby hippos have even learned how to be fed underwater. But tremendous dangers lurk in these waters, like this 4-meter-long menace, gliding silently along. Our zebra family comes down to the shore to drink. As usual, the stallion stands back and monitors the scene. The crocodile draws near, with hardly a ripple. But the swirling water gives him away. The zebras spot him. As the sun goes down, so does the temperature. The hippos can finally wade out of the water to graze for food on land. It's time for the zebras to get moving as well. Our little harem joins the other zebra families. They walk in procession to a clearing. It's a wide open space with a wide open view, a good natural defense from predators. The drought works in the zebra's favor here. Intruders can't move over the cracked land without snapping twigs and making a racket. Night falls. The nocturnal predators come out. With their excellent night vision, they're even more dangerous now than in the day. Around 50 zebras are dozing in the clearing. In the dark, cameras see better than human eyes, collecting these amazing images for us. Zebras spend very little time sleeping, 4 hours tops. And they sleep standing up, with just one hoof slightly raised. They'll still be able to get away fast if they're attacked. Some of the zebras forego sleep to stand guard, keeping the group safe. They use their keen sense of smell to sniff out danger. the youngest foals lie down on the ground. These 2-year-old colts are itching to become stallions. They have left their families to live together in a bachelor herd before starting their own harems. They challenge one another to prove their strength. Gradually establishing a dominance hierarchy. The unflappable and famished hippos are still awake as well. They need to chomp down 50 kilos of grasses and roots before the sun rises, and they have to slip back underwater. It's barely 6 a.m. and the sun is already up. A bright orange disk floods the savanna with light. Not a cloud in the sky, but thousands of creatures flying through the air. These tiny birds, swarming like locusts, are called Hyenas. The passerine birds are waiting for the rain to build nests and lay their eggs. For the zebras, the danger from predators fades as day breaks. The zebra clans stay together for a while. How do they recognize their own family members? This young foal looks lost. Luckily for him, a zebra's stripes have another advantage. They're unique. Every zebra has its own distinctive stripes, like a natural barcode. There are an infinite number of combinations, like distinct QR codes. The foal tracks down its mother. Before going their own way for the day, the families visit for a while. The males rub necks and bump their flared nostrils. They drop their dung on the other stallion's droppings. This bonding behavior is how zebras cement their social ties. Zebras also enjoy bathing together, with dust baths. The adults go first, followed by the younger zebras. This ritual is important in other ways. As they roll around, the zebras rub parasites out of their fur. A tried and true technique, used to the same end by an unexpected species. Guinea fowl. The herd splits up. Each family goes its own way, with the mares and young ones rallying around their dominant male. The day rolls on, following the unforgiving law of the savanna. The three brothers, the local kings, have killed a water buffalo. It will sate their hunger for a few days. Giving the zebras a little respite. Even for the tiniest creatures, the struggle to survive is a fierce battle. This praying mantis weighs 100 times less than the red-eyed bulbul, but it puts up a fierce fight for its life. The sun has reached its peak. The savanna becomes a blazing inferno. Shady refuges become rare. Life slows to a standstill. Predators and prey both take a break. Only the zebras remain standing, valiantly pushing on in the blazing sun. As non-ruminants, zebras have to eat more than the other animals, and do it all day long. To keep grazing 15 hours a day, they need to withstand the sun well. Here again, the zebra's stripes come in handy, helping to keep them cool. The black stripes absorb sunlight, making them hotter than the white stripes, which reflect the sun's rays. The temperature difference between the black and white fur creates convection currents that flow along the stripes. Zebras have a built-in natural fan to help dissipate their body heat. Like a silent wildfire, the drought has dried up even more lands. All the different animals flock to the last watering spots. But these yellow baboons keep their protective reflexes on high alert. There's an unusual stirring. Vultures crowd around a hyena that just brought down an antelope. The predator is busy, giving the baboons a chance to grab a drink. The zebra family ventures down as well. A zebra needs to drink 10 liters of water a day. A giraffe needs 40 liters. But with such a long neck, it has to kneel down to drink, making it vulnerable. So the other family members stand guard. The savanna's tallest creature always carries around passengers, oxpeckers. These tiny birds pluck insects off the giraffe's back. Their beaks are strong enough to pull out ticks and pick wounds clean. It's a mutually beneficial exchange, a symbiotic relationship. The birds help the kudus as well. The zebras too. Even if zebras are less bothered by flies, and tsetse flies, which are disease carriers, luckily the zebra's stripes have another benefit. They interfere with the vision of flying insects, making them misjudge distances. They bounce off the zebra's hide instead of landing on it. In our harem, the young filly has gone on heat for the very first time. Her slightly raised tail makes her easy to spot. Her father, the dominant stallion, keeps an eye on the bachelor herd. He knows a young male will try to approach his daughter to lure her away and start his own harem. The young males have already picked up the scent of pheromones. They draw in a big breath and shut their nostrils, then raise their heads to push the air back into their Jacobson's organ, the equine equivalent of a human nose. This highly effective technique, called the Flamen response, enables stallions to gauge the hormone levels of mares on heat. The young males are now rivals. Which one will win? The sparring matches begin. Violent clashes filled with vicious kicking and biting. A brutal kick injures one of the potential suitors. He limps away from the group. He has no chance of winning now. Another day on the savannah draws to a close. The zebras gather for the night. Soon the lions will come out to hunt. Somewhere in the darkness, the lame zebra is making his way alone. He didn't make it back to the clearing where the rest of the herd takes refuge. The first rays of sunlight bring the first waves of heat. The vultures glide along the morning updrafts. As they circle around in the sky, nothing escapes their sharp eyesight. Even from 3,000 meters in the air, they can spot a 30-centimeter object on the ground. This morning, the scavengers catch sight of a large carcass at the foot of a tree. The lame zebra. The injured animal couldn't outrun the 3 lion brothers. "400 kilos of meat to share. The lions can let the vultures have a few scraps. Their sharp beaks can break any bone to get to the marrow." The feast also attracts tinier guests, like this lizard lying in wait to catch flies. Meanwhile, the filly on heat is releasing even more pheromones. The new alpha male makes his move. But he needs help from the other bachelors. How is he going to lure the filly away from her family? How is he going to get around her father, the stallion that defends the harem? It starts with a face-off. Then the young male gives the attack signal. His troops rush in and challenge the aging stallion. They stampede around him, driving him further and further away. The new alpha male stands back and waits. The ruse works. Now he can approach the filly. But will she be willing to leave the harem? Her family is all she's ever known in her 3 short years on Earth. The young stallion prances alongside the filly, sniffing her body and rubbing her neck. The filly isn't won over that easily. She rebuffs him with a sharp kick. But he keeps on trying. And gets another kick. He'll have to try something new. And keep waiting. It's over 40 degrees. The drought continues to dry up the savanna. The pools that shriveled into ponds are now tiny water holes. But this steady shrinking is a blessing for other animals. This osprey is glad to see the water level drop, bringing a treasure within reach of its sharp beak. The fish are trapped. The birds rush in. There's something to satisfy everyone's taste, with frogs for appetizers and catfish as the main dish, and a case of indigestion for those with eyes bigger than their stomachs. Even the snakes suffer from the water scarcity. It makes them easier to catch. This southern ground hornbill just caught a juicy dinner. It worked. The young alpha male has won over the filly. The new couple mates. 12 months from now, a baby zebra will come into the world. But for now, a new clan has been born. One of the 3 lion brothers has found a female as well. He will mate with her every 10 minutes for 3 days in a row. During this time, neither the lion nor his 2 brothers will go out hunting, giving the other animals a 3-day break. But the dry season doesn't let up. The backwaters have dried up. Leaving the savanna dry and cracked. Only the measliest vegetation remains. Every year is harsher than the last. In the ever hotter savanna, the zebras are stretched to the limit. At night, they paw the ground to dig up the very last roots. They use their hooves and teeth without worrying about wearing them down, because they keep growing for their entire lives. But sometimes Mother Nature works miracles, and tonight, the miracle is called Kigelia africana, a tree that keeps growing even out of season and flowers during dry spells. Its blood-red flowers attract a wide array of insects. In the straw-colored savanna, these miraculous flowers offer bright bursts of color. They also emit a pungent fragrance. Nearby, a troop of baboons wakes up under the acacias. With 50 family members, they have many mouths to feed. And just like yesterday and again tomorrow, they'll spend all day searching for just one thing: finding enough food to stay alive. The strong scent of the bright red flowers draws them to the tree. They drink the water in the petals, then suck out the nectar. A pair of lovebirds quenches their thirst as well. The highly delicate flowers are already starting to drop. The zebra family gobbles them up. It's a meager meal for the zebras, but it's better than nothing. And the best is yet to come: the fruit. Because the Kigelia africana has another amazing trait. It bears flowers and fruit at the same time. With its long oblong fruit, it is commonly called the sausage tree. These sausage-shaped fruit can weigh up to 10 kilos. This one is just 2 kilos, but it drops right on time for the stallion. Only zebras and hippos have jaws strong enough to break the hard husks. The animals will disperse the seeds in their dung, enabling new trees to spring up across the savanna. This elephant's fruit-picking technique is more head-on. It shakes the acacia tree to bring down the fruit. The nickname for acacia fruit is elephant biscuits. But impalas find it just as tasty. Six long months have dragged on without a drop of rain. The elephants move on. They have to migrate further and further to find water. For the zebras, the mare is their compass. She takes her bearings and taps into her memory. She can find her way back to places she hasn't visited for years. And she passes this mental map along to her offspring. The harem saunters up a river channel. After walking for several hours, they make a welcome discovery: a large puddle in a river bend. Unfortunately, it's already occupied. A clan of hyenas have settled on the opposite bank. They've made their lair in these tree branches. Female hyenas are larger and more aggressive than males. The matriarch lays down the law here. The hyenas have claimed the watering hole. What can the zebras do? Wait until the hyenas pull back and risk being attacked? The stallion decides to play it safe. The harem moves along. The zebras venture further and further up the riverbed. An encouraging sign. The ground is getting greener, and the embankments are riddled with holes, bird nests. Bee-eaters are living in the riverbanks. If they're nesting here, there must be water nearby. At long last, enough water to get by for another 24 hours. But the harem has wandered far from its home base, unknowingly entering the territory of a pride of lions. They stalk toward the zebras and immediately spot the foal, weaker and easier to catch. The stallion catches their scent and sounds the alarm. But the lions bring down the foal. The stallion goes back. And with a hard kick, saves his offspring. The lion is dazed. The harem is safe. For now. Family unity has proved its might. The weather finally turns, bringing salvation to the savanna. After 200 days without rain, a storm gathers in the Zambian skies. The dry season draws to an end. For the zebras, the worst is over. And the foal still has its whole life ahead of it. A life of subterfuge and solidarity. A life of instinct and memory. A life as colorful and unique as the zebra's famous stripes.